Imagine standing in the heart of Africa, surrounded by elephants, lions, beautiful sunsets, all without having to spend a total fortune. In this video, we're going to show you exactly how to plan the ultimate safari in South Africa's world-famous Kruger National Park for way less than $3,000. And that is with airfare included, whether you're traveling from Europe or North America. The first step is obviously getting there. Flights from major US or European hubs to Johannesburg can often be found for between $800 and $1,200 if you book smart and if you travel during the off-season. The off-season being typically from May through September. Those are the cooler, drier months, but they also happen to be the best time for game viewing. So once you've landed, you're going to skip doing the very expensive private packaged tour. Instead, go to the rental counter in the airport, rent a car, an SUV, something doesn't have to be too fancy. You can do that with the Kruger Park, you know, and it's safe. It's about a 5-hour drive from Johannesburg Airport to the Kruger Park, and you can easily drive it yourself. It's safe, and it gives you also the freedom that, you know, once you're there, you can explore the park at will rather than having to be beholden to a schedule and so on. And especially if you're a family with smaller kids, you may just not want to be that regimented according to the kids' needs as well. I think you can expect to budget about $300 to $400 per week for a car rental and for gas. And now to accommodation. You know, accommodation really doesn't need to break the bank. The South African National Parks Board, they operate a network of rest camps inside the Kruger National Park. They have anything from chalets to huts to luxurious tents to less luxurious tents, and anywhere in between really. Common for all of them is that they're incredibly clean, well-maintained. Cleaners come on a daily basis, and they most often will have kitchens and a place that you can sit outside with a braai or a grill outside that you can cook on as well. Showers, air conditioning or heating, whatever the case might be. And there are restaurants at each rest camp, and even swimming pools at the majority of these places. And some even have hides overlooking a water hole, for example, where you can sit and look at the animals coming in for a drink at night. It's not uncommon to see elephants and even leopard come and visit these water holes. So a comfortable chalet for two will run you somewhere between $70 and $120 per night. The trick here is to book well in advance, and I'm talking if you really want to have a great set of choices. Go on the South African National Parks Board site. I'll leave a link in the description, but go there about a year in advance. But it's certainly a lot cheaper than the luxury lodges that charge more than $1,000 a night. in most cases. So here for a 7-night stay within the Kruger National Park, you're probably looking at roughly around $700 or so. The other major area that you have to budget for are park fees, and it's about $25 per person per day. So that's about $175 for a week. I did in one of the other videos from one of the rest camps from Letaba here on the channel, I did post a little hint about how to get cheaper park fees. So take a look. What I suggest is that you get a wild card, which is sort of the day pass, because you pay for being in the game reserve on a day-to-day basis, and I think it's something like normally 500 rands per person for a day. And if you stay here long enough, and if you have a wild card, you can get a good discount. So look that up on the website for the national parks. So the pass will allow you to do self-drive safaris in your own car every day from sunrise to sunset. Each park will have a particular time when they open the gate and when you have to be back again. And you can sit there with your family or just your loved one, spotting lions, leopards, rhinos, elephants, buffalo, all from the comfort of your own car and at your own time. And I think personally that that's a great deal. Now, I do recommend that on occasion you take the opportunity to go out with one of the game drive vehicles that they'll have at each of the rest camps, because that allows you to really benefit from the knowledge of and the experience of professional rangers who know the areas. But you can still stay well within budget. You know, I think a night drive with a professional ranger is something like $30 to $40 per person. So you could do that once or twice in a trip, and you will have had the benefit of understanding a little bit more detail about the animals, their habits, and so on. So food is the final area where I think that you can save some money. You know, each camp has a really well-stocked convenience store. In these stores you can find anything from meat, beef, chicken, vegetables, bread, cereals, milk, eggs, you name it. Wine, beer, drinks, all kinds, chocolate, ice cream, you name it. So it's really very worth your while to go into the store and see what they have. And it's actually kind of fun to cook on the grill, on the barbecue, or, you know, the braai, as the South Africans call it. It's almost part of the safari. Doesn't mean that you have to do that every night or every day, but once in a while you can go to the restaurants still. And the restaurants are pretty good for the food. So I would reckon that about $20 to $25 a day per person, something like $175 per week for food if you're a little careful. And if you do have time, you could also maybe spend a day in Johannesburg after your long flight to get to South Africa, and then do some shopping in Johannesburg. If you do so, I recommend that you stay somewhere in the Sandton City area. The Sandton Center is a big mall, and they have several pretty big supermarkets in there where you can get everything that you need for your safari, including cooler bags and, you know, grilling tools and what have you. So think about maybe doing that you know, when you arrive. It'll also give you a day to sort of find your local feet before you start driving out to the Kruger Park. So let's try and add all this up. How much is this trip of a lifetime gonna cost you? Well, I think it's a fairly good assumption to say your flights are gonna be around $1,000. The car rental and fuel about $300 to $400. Accommodation, $700, and that's for two. Park fees around $175. Food about $175. Extras $150, and that brings your grand total to just under $2,500. And that is going to leave you a little bit of extra room in your $3,000 budget for things like souvenirs, maybe a night in Johannesburg, or even an extra safari activity that you might want to do. So all in all, this is doable. You can do this as long as you just stay away from these luxury $1,000 a night camps that are great to visit, but again, will just cost you an arm and a leg. As we come to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I hope that we've been able to show you that an African safari does not have to remain a dream. With just a little bit of planning, the adventure of a lifetime in the Kruger National Park is well within your reach, even with airfare included, all for less than $3,000. So I hope you're ready to start planning, and if there's anything I can do to help you, please feel free to reach out. Send me a message here on the channel, and I'll be sure to get back to you in some way. There's also an Instagram channel that I will be providing a link to in the comments below, and you can reach me there. Happy to talk this through with you, and also happy to arrange it for you. Contact me if you need anything. Otherwise, please, I hope you'll make some comments about your own suggestions. Hope you'll subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so, and feel free to share with your friends. Thank you.